Bungie was founded on the 19th of June 1991, Chicago, Illinois, United States. This was so Alexander Seropian could publish Operation Desert Storm, a game he made himself. They were known for visually interesting games, putting the player first in the story, and also giving the player a lot of power. The Halo series was a success as it created a huge fan base. Both the Destiny games have been seen as failures as they collaborated with Activision, as they lost their original ethic of putting the player first and having a tight-knit community that made most games to support their existing fans and not try and pull in new fans or make a game in a popular style to draw in easy money from casual players. A slightly irrelevant attitude and not corporate, bureaucratic or business-focused. Joseph Staten was the director of cinematics and played a big role in the development of the Halo series in regards to their in-game movies. He also provided the voices for a number of characters as a placeholder. He's no longer working for Bungie. Martin O'Donnell created the commercial soundtrack for the commercial release of Halo 2, which was the best-selling video game soundtrack of all time in the US. He is also no longer working for Bungie, and has started his own company, Highwire Games, with a few other people who have also left Bungie. They have been considered unique, as they have always put the player first in the story. The employees are classified into different categories depending on how long they have been there. There are the newbies, who have just joined the Bungie crew and are at the bottom of the ranking system. There is the middle school rank, who are in the middle of the rank systems but are still relatively new. They are classed as more popular and experienced as the newbies. Once a person is at this point, they are recommended not to leave, as they are already considered to be a big part of Bungie. The next rank up, the penultimate rank of old school, is the people who have been there for quite a long time, aka before Halo. They are reputable and have a lot of experience. They are the ones that are closest to being at the top of the ladder without actually being there. The final rung of the ladder is the Grizzled Ancients rank. These are the ones who have been there for the longest and considered to be the best of the best at what they do. They've been there since almost the beginning of Bungie. A lot of the employees who would have been considered as either Grizzled Ancients or old school have left, some on their own terms or to move on to new jobs. Quite a lot of the people who did leave was because of the joint contract with Activision. This is because quite a lot of them felt that Activision got rid of the ethos of Bungie, as they took over and made a lot of corporate-like decisions instead of including the whole team in the making of the project. This meant that they didn't support the choices of Activision, so they felt it was best to leave. Activision have been compared to the Borg, fictional pseudo-species of cybernetic beings, as the Borg didn't have individual identities other than the Borg Queen, who was the leader. They wanted to achieve perfection by forcible assimilation of species, which is a bit like hostile takeover of companies by Activision, and in part the joint contract of Activision and Bungie. Including in this contract were a few things quite far from the original aspiration of Bungie. An expansion pack style downloadable content, DLC, named Comet, will be released every other year beginning in 2014. Destiny will feature a number of DLCs, microtransactions, and value-added paid services. Destiny is targeted as teen rating from the ESRB in the United States and PEGI 16 rating in Europe. I don't feel that there's much in Bungie's future as they've joined with Activision, as quite a lot of their original members have left. Most of the new games are mostly backed by Activision and what they want, rather than what Bungie wants, and also the consumers who are there with Bungie from the start.